Let's stick with AI and talk about a number of executive moves and big hires across the generative AI startups this week, including at the two biggest darlings in the space, OpenAI and Anthropic. Deirdre Bosa joins us in today's Tech Check for more on what this means we'll see next out of these startups. Deirdre.
Kelly, I've been following your conversation. Microsoft has already grown up, but these Gen AI startups, they're starting to grow up now and also going a little more corporate. A number of the most well-funded, highly regarded startups, they're moving from an all-out focus on building that core technology to turning that technology into products, and with a sense of urgency, I should add. There's Anthropic's hire of Instagram co-founder Mike Krieger. He'll be the startup's new head of product, focused on getting the tech into users' hands and finding business uses. There's also French open source darling Mistral hiring a new GM for North America who has held chief revenue officer roles at a number of other tech companies. And Answer Engine, Tyler just mentioned this, Perplexity. It added 3 new advisors who have held senior roles or helped build key products at Uber, Android, and Bing. Guys, for all the hires, though, there was that very notable departure this week as well. Kelly, we talked about it. Ilya Sutskever from OpenAI, known for pushing the ethical and safe development of Gen AI. We'll see what he does next, but that is one less voice in the monetization and commercialization drive. We round all this up and more. Be sure to check out our weekly deep dive publishing today at cnbc.com/TC Weekly. And to your guest, Michael, I would say if ChatGPT blows your mind, check out this piece because it's all about the AI agents that can do even more in real time. And it's really amazing what we've seen this week.
I can't wait.
Are they already doing it, Deirdre? I know a lot of these announcements, are these about technologies that are still yet to come, or is this stuff live?
Good question. Parts of it are being made live. This was the demo, and that's a key distinction because there was even some fits and starts with it. But you know what Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, told me earlier this week is that they want this technology and aim to have it into consumers' hands within the next year. So it's all moving very, very quickly. And the key difference is that it can emote, it can rationalize, it can remember. So a leap forward than what we've already seen with ChatGPT.
You know what's interesting, Michael and Deirdre, to me, is I think back to decades ago. I grew up in the publishing business. So did you grow up in the publishing business. And there was, at that time, maybe a conceit that the legacy publishers were going to own the world of online information and online journalism. And in truth, that has not been the case. It has been other companies that have come in and been the winners here. So I wonder, in this new breakthrough world of artificial intelligence, whether it's a little too convenient to say that the winners are going to be those legacy tech companies, the Metas, the Microsofts, the Googles, the Oracles, and whoever else, Amazon, Apple, whoever else you want to say. Or is it going to be these smaller startups like Anthropic? There are obviously lots of different facets here. There are the data builders and so on and so on. But the people that really do generative work, I wonder what you think about that.
I think your answer is going to be both. Because as we look through kind of every evolution of every industry, the answer has been both. We can go look back to the insurance industry or the big blue chip companies and say every portfolio 25 or 30 years ago had to own AIG and had to own General Electric and had to own whatever. And you were supposed to sell Corning until they figured out that they could take that bakeware stuff and turn it into fiber optic cable.
True.
So, right? I mean, so
and the glass on the screens.
The glass on the screens. So you really need to say some of these smaller companies are going to have it right, and some of the bigger companies won't. But content really has proven king in publishing and will with this.
That's the only thing I was going to say about this. I think the Reddit deal. I would love to know the terms. Perhaps they're already out there. But Tyler, to exactly your point, if you're a Reddit, if you're a Wall Street Journal, if you are a sort of repository of information and language that the large language models can train on without violating the law and being accused of stealing down the road, and they're going to pay you for that privilege, could those companies become the winners?
So, Dee, I mean, you covered this a long time. I think back to the days when who dominated the digital space? A company called AOL did, okay? Everybody thought it was going to be AOL's world. They gobbled up the company that I worked for.
Google only came along later.
Pardon?
Google only came along later, right?
Google
there was Ask Jeeves, there was AOL, there was Yahoo.
Yahoo was going to own it. And where are they now? Even those guys, they're all but dead in the water.
And when they came along, I was guest hosting on CNN FN, and we interviewed these two new kids. Oh, you're dating
yourself, man.
I know, but the two new kids from this company called Google, and we were in the middle of the .com craze. And I looked at Rhonda Schaffler, and I said, "They're calling this company what? Google?" I thought it was like a name like Yahoo or something that they just made it.
You know,
this is a company that.
Go ahead, Deirdre.
It's a really good point, and it's not like Google came in and reinvented the wheel. They just had like a better user interface, basically, and began to dominate the market for search for the next 2 decades. So in this moment, there's a similar, very fierce debate going on. I think the difference is that the mega caps that we know now are so well capitalized. They're the biggest companies in the world, and they're moving pretty quickly. I mean, we talk about the regulatory red tape, but Google was able to acquire DeepMind years ago, and that was really essential for them leading the technology. There are startups, though, like Perplexity and Anthropic and some others that are making Google and Microsoft move a lot faster, and certainly an open question. But I probably agree with Michael. It's going to be both.
All right. Deirdre, thanks very much.